Good morning, Devils fans, even if it's one where we're waking up with a bit of a sour taste in our mouth, as we did lose last night 5-3 to the New York Rangers at home, one of those being an empty net goal. Let's go ahead and just dive right into this one and break it down. So, holistic view of the game, I think up until maybe the last 3 minutes there, you could arguably say the Panarin goal really is what started it. We're feeling pretty good about this one. I think the first period mostly did go to the Rangers. I think they had the lion's share of chances, high danger, medium type chances of going in. We got somewhat fortunate on that Jack goal. Love to see that for Jack. Continues to just be able to get pucks in the net against Shesterkin, even if it is not the most dangerous of chances, where you kind of let that one leak through. But we do take those. However, like I said, on the aggregate there in the first period, I would give advantage to the Rangers. Their power play goal there by Panarin was beautiful. I mean, Rangers power play is second best in the league. Ours did come in clutch in this one as well. But you can't leave a guy like Panarin, as hot as he is, arguably one of the best players playing this season right now. Um, yeah, I mean, he really carried the load here for the Rangers in this game. Him and the third line. I kind of almost jinxed us there by absolutely ripping apart the Rangers' fourth line in the preview episode. And it's the third line that kind of made us pay in this one, along with Panarin. So it was an okay, like I said, first. Second and third period, though, we really controlled the gameplay. I know by the end there, it doesn't feel great with them getting the two goals. But we had so many chances. Not to get ahead of myself too much, but the Rangers did take the 2-1 lead off of not necessarily a broken play, but really Vitek probably should have been able to have that rebound. He made the initial save, either needed to get it clean or cover it up on the initial rebound. Instead, I thought Smith actually did a decent job at tying up the stick of Veezy there, but obviously not well enough. And I'm not going to try to pretend that I know the full techniques of a NHL defenseman playing net front on exactly the line they can draw to not get a penalty while also trying to take their man out of the play and preventing the goal. So does this more so go for Vitek on leaving the nice rebound, or is it more on Smith for not fully tying up his guy? I'm leaning more Vitek here on this one, but obviously Smith continues to be on the ice for a lot of goals against as well. So don't think Devils fans are too happy with either of those guys' performances so far through most of the season. But Vitek had a lot of saves in this one that really kept us in it when we could have been out. We also had gotten pretty lucky where Rangers whiffed on a couple of chances that were at fairly wide open nets that potentially could have blew this open a lot earlier for the Rangers before we even tied it up or took the lead. So that's hockey, though. That's how it goes. We had some chances we didn't bury. They had some chances they didn't, but they got the better of it by the end. Now, our tying goal was pretty great. I mentioned it. The power play came through again. Palat gets his first of the season. You can tell how happy he was with that. He continues to play quite well. And it's nice to see that the guy that was stepping up in the absence of Nico and Timo on that top unit made it count. Got the goal. Pretty great shot. Nice positioning. Good setup. That's what the top power play in the league is there for. And you can tell how much more fluid it seems with Jack back on the ice. It seems like just that automatic entry and setup with Luke and Jack being able to go back and forth, that comfortability there just makes everyone ease into it. And I legitimately cannot see, especially when healthy, why we'll not finish out first in the league with this power play humming like it has been. It's unfortunate that that was really our only opportunity to do so in this game, where the Rangers did get multiple. To kind of round out the goal scoring before I get into some of the more extracurricular or on ice play, even that happened in this one, Jack has a fluke of a play, almost loses the puck on his stick, gets over to Holla. Holla, Palat, Jack seem to just absolutely show up against the Rangers, which is great. They are all signed for multiple more years, so we're going to need that, especially in the 3 more games here in the regular season, and who knows what the playoffs will bring. But we took the lead early there in the third, and I really thought we poured it on. Shesterkin really kept a minute between the Toffoli chance, the Bratt wraparound, where we could have taken a 4-2 lead. Instead, we get to a face-off play where Jack just by millimeters misses tapping that puck along out of the middle scrum there between the centers, and instead he skates right past the puck, just missing it, leaving it on a platter for Panarin to roof it. I mean, it's just a beautiful shot. Again, Panarin is on an absolute heater to start the season here. His production has been insane. He is not just the setup play guy, even though he is still doing that at an extremely elite level. He's also putting the puck in the net, and that's the type of shot that you just cannot give him. Ruff commented in the post-game presser as well that you cannot let a guy, especially Panarin, but you really can't let anyone just have that opportunity sit in there for them. Not going to put that too much on Vitek, although he had a pretty good look at it. You hope that he can make that big glove save, but it really should have never been a shot that ever happened anyway. Then, about 3 minutes left. I thought even after the tying goal, we still were keeping the momentum. We still had the better of the play, even with, I think the Rangers did have another power play chance that we shut down as well. But they break into the zone, a bit of defensive breakdown. Vitek makes, the initial good play, keeping the net not open for them, but defender gets beat to the open puck on the open side. VZ does a wraparound, and it's really deflating. I don't know if that was a Jack misread. He was right there kind of in the middle of the ice on the play, just coming back, but I'm not going to rip apart Jack on his first game back, especially getting 2 points, a goal, and an assist. Jack's Jack, baby. He is going to keep tearing this league apart. He's going to end up winning the MVP, I think. There's nothing in this game that makes me think otherwise. He's just going to continue to ramp up. And if you're worried after losing to one of, if not arguably the best team in the league right now, when we're missing 2 of our most important players still, and now Nico and Timo, obviously had the most important one back in Jack, but yeah, they were missing Fox, so, it wasn't a fully healthy Rangers team. They also didn't have Cheeto, but I would say, Cheeto is the clear absolute 4th guy between those 4, and I don't think he's in the same conversation as the other 3, where any given night, Nico, Timo, or Fox could have the better of the play between the 3. One night it might be Fox, the other night might be Nico, the other Timo. So we're definitely missing the, more of the skill, more of the importance of our guys, but, you can't discount that they were missing their number 1 defenseman. So it was a good game. I kind of, we mentioned it there on Twitter on the Devil's Advocates account. It was a great game to watch. I really thought these were 2 awesome hockey teams playing some great hockey. I know Devils fans seem to throw up in their mouth at complimenting anything Rangers, but they're a good hockey team. They're going to continue to be a good hockey team, and we're going to continue to play against them and play these really close, really awesome, fun to watch hockey games. And I think it's some of the best hockey in the NHL right now, watching these 2 teams that clearly hate each other go at it. And I think it's just going to be this for years and years to come. So it's great that this rivalry is fully renewed. I love watching this, and I hope everyone else is enjoying it. Now, to get into some of the more on-ice stuff that was a bit more controversial, not so controversial. So I thought the hit from Trouba on Nosek was completely clean. Puck is in his skates. He's not looking up. You got to expect a guy like Trouba to take that opportunity. And if that was on the other end with one of our guys doing that to them, we'd be defending it. And I'm not going to rip Trouba apart. Yes, I did not like the Timo hit in the playoffs. But this hit was, the puck's there, he's making a play on the puck, and he removed the guy from the puck in front of his net. That's never going to get called unless he clearly headshots first, and he went through the body. Same with the McLeod hit. He did get contact with the face first. It was almost the exact same hit as the Trouba hit, although I think on Timo, where the Trouba hit, I think, was predatory. He was clearly looking to just take the guy out and drove through the face, through the body. The McLeod hit just looked like he was going for the body and caught chin nose first, but similar-ish enough. I'm very glad they called the major and then called back no penalty. That was the right call. The one I disagree with was actually the first hit from Trouba on McLeod, where the puck was not even really close, and he just took McLeod out in the corner. The second hit on McLeod, that kind of knocked him down. McLeod popped right back up. That one was clean. So if I have any issue with any of those 4 hits, the 3 from Trouba, the 1 from Mikey, I'll even throw in the hit against Holtz, the Trocheck hit on Holtz. I didn't get a good replay on that one. Initial gut reaction was not so great. It looked like he was just going in for a big hit because he was upset he got knocked. But without a replay, it's hard to tell if it was truly a penalty or dirty. I'm going to err on it was probably very borderline, just given the circumstances surrounding it. But I don't want to comment too heavily on it. So, and then we also had another couple hits really good as well coming back against them, especially McLeod. Ball had a few good ones, but obviously Trouba had the biggest, and that's just kind of his trademark game. But I do think the first one, Trouba on Mikey, so not the no-sec hit, but the first one on Trouba on Mikey was a penalty. Wasn't called. We didn't get another power play opportunity, even though Rangers got multiple. So that kind of stinks from that point of view. I don't say refs have to even up the power plays, but when there are calls that aren't made, that's when it's a little more frustrating, especially when it felt like some of ours were a little borderline on could have been called, could have not been. But really, overall, I think it was a decently reffed game. The rest did not decide the outcome of this one. It was we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit in the second half of the third period. Played really well through the first two periods, play well through the first half of the third, and then it fallen apart in the third here. Jets game happened, Avalanche game it happened. We really held it down great against Pittsburgh, and then here, kind of the back half end of that. So Shesterkin was, I mean, he gave up a couple softies. He also made some great saves. Same thing can be said for VTech. I think 5-on-5 actual ice play, we were the better of the teams, had the better chances, and just that's hockey. They netted the one go ahead that stunk. Yeah, we were controlling play, and you could really just feel that deflating. The players are very frustrated, but hopefully, Jack back, continue to get healthy. It's going to continue to trend in the right direction. Don't go standings watching. It is the metro is insane. It is very tight. I do expect us to continue to climb, though, move ahead of some of these teams that I think are just overperforming where their teams are at. We're 15 games into the season, guys. It's what, almost just under 70, just under 70 games to go. Yeah, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves. It's a long, long season. And still, enjoy the Devils hockey, guys. It's a nice Sunday. Enjoy the end of the weekend. We got a lot of days off. The Devils are not practicing at all today. I think they're back at it Monday. Hopefully some healthy news from Nico and Timo. If anything, be happy we got a few days off. Maybe we get them both back for our next one. That would be huge. But we'll see exactly where we're at. I'll continue to update you guys every day as I do. And we'll see. With multiple days off like this, I might do a nice little deep dive episode. We'll see what news comes out from practice tomorrow, if that even comes out before I record. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, as always, and forever. Let's go Devils.